Hi, here we are at the Fort Bridger Mountain Man Rendezvous, and I want to show you a concept of how to live in a world without toilet paper. There's nothing wrong with toilet paper, but when it runs out, it's going to be a sorry thing. And 2/3 of the world doesn't use toilet paper, and we've got to learn how to do this. So, here is a fantastic little porta potty tent. These are dirt cheap, there's lots of brands, and you just have whatever porta potty setup you have. We've got just a luggable bucket with a toilet seat lid on it. And I just built this little wood stand for stability so that it won't fall over. Now, we're fully clothed for decency, but this is the concept. You sit down, you do everything you need to do, and then now you've got to clean yourself. Toilet paper's fine, but you don't need to have it. So, while you're going, you can take a couple of nitrile gloves. $20 for 400 at Costco. These are inside out from the last use. They were also washed. So I turn them right side out, blow it, put it on in just seconds. My mouth isn't touching anything that ever was scary. Plus I washed them before I turned them inside out. Washed them and dried them. Okay, now I've got to clean myself. So I'm going to take a little Perry bottle. Any kind of squirt bottle will work. Mustard dispenser bottle, ketchup dispenser bottle, honey bear, water bottle with a sports lid. Just something that has a little squirter. So you go behind yourself, agitate the affected area while you squirt the affected area. And then before you pull your hand back around, you squirt it off behind yourself like that, so that the visual doesn't freak you out. And now we've got to wash our hands. There's two different ways you can do it. Inside your porta potty, you just have a little container and one little drop of soap. And this is the only thing that touched anything. I can use my Perry bottle to get the water off, or I can use a little siphon and rinse that. I could do both hands, soapy, and then rinse them. But this was the only hand that ever touched anything that mattered. Okay, now I want to dry myself. You don't have to, but I personally like to be dry. So I take a little clean cloth and I go back there. Now remember, I'm already clean everywhere. So I go back, I dry myself to my heart's content. Now I want to wash this cloth. A little drop again. Do not drop the soap onto your mountain man dress. One drop of soap, a little water, wash that. I use a white cloth because I can see what's on it and I know how clean it is or isn't. And then I rinse that off. I can actually do all of this with a Perry bottle with 1 cup of water, but this gives you more, it's easier. I get the soap out really well. Now, peradventure, you don't feel like this is clean enough. You take a little container that has white vinegar or apple cider vinegar in it. This is the cloth from the last use that's been sitting there for hours. Wring it out, drop that one in, because vinegar disinfects, and I can use that little vinegar thing for a week and then refresh it. And vinegar is, you can make more out of apples. So I'm just rinsing the vinegar out of this. And squeeze it out. Hang it over my little container to dry. Take a little cloth and I just dry my gloved hands, which are clean. I could wash my gloved hands again if I wanted, and I can do this without gloves. That's what they do in third world countries. Pull them off, set them away, and I'm good to go. And so with something like a cup of water, I did that whole entire thing. I recommend that you have the door shut while doing this.